And welcome back to the long-awaited next installment of Dark Souls 2 Scholar of the First Sin. My name is Rob, and it's good to be back. Finally got moved into my new home. Finally got internet up and going. And finally ready after a month, I think, to go into this next area, the Shaded Woods. Ugh. He didn't like that, sorry. Okay, so in this area, there's a thick fog, and there's enemies that blend in with the environment really well, so you have to be careful of that. You can already kind of hear them here and there, I think. I'm not sure where they are. Whoop. There was one. Where are you? I know you're here. There he is. I'm not sure what those guys are supposed to be or why they're here. I just know that they can be annoying. Oh, look at there. Just in a circle. So anyway, yeah, moving. Whew. That was a 3-ring circus. But after great weeping and gnashing of teeth, and 2 U-Hauls later, we finally got all our crap moved 3.5 hours away from where we were living. And now I'm going to talk to a severed head.
Leave me be. I like it quiet. Leave me be.
You can kind of see him there.
What business have you here, traveller? You may call me Vengal, if I deserve a name in this sorry state. 'Tis rare to flap these gums. This is pleasant. Long ago, I was hired to defend the kingdom. I remember a long, brutal fight, and then somebody killed me. Or so I thought. I came to and found myself like this. I don't know what explains it, but it's not so bad, really. Now I watch the days go by and gaze at the night sky, thinking of the finer things, far removed from war. I'd grown weary of battle, but did not realize it until now. I know not what brings you on this journey, nor will I deign to ask. You may bear a great burden, don't we all? I prefer to stay my distance. But I want to warn you of something. My body. I see visions. My body, headless, raging without me. My body wielding my sword, a sword forged only to kill. My body will show no mercy. If you see the wretched thing, stay far away. I learn new things every day. Things never learned in battle. And, thanks to you, I've recalled the joy of conversation. If I can help you, if you require something, do speak up.
So funnily enough, he teaches the decapitate gesture. And he sells a few interesting things here. The claymore, very good weapon. And the great sword, which we already got one from No Man's Wharf. I don't really plan on using it. Don't plan on using the claymore, but it's one of the mains on my main character, since that build is a quality build. It sells destructive great arrows, lightning urns, and gold pine resin. Unlimited amount. And magic barrier.
I cannot lie. Sometimes I wonder what's become of the kingdom. I was a hired hand, yes, but we soldiers stared death in the eye together. And for His Highness, I am afraid. But perhaps it's for the best. We knew not what we fought for. I was born in Feroza, to land in the distant east. When I was born, we were already mired in prolonged conflict with our neighbors. Eventually, our kingdom fell, and our people scattered. I've been a sellsword ever since. All I ever knew was war, and I can imagine no other way to live. What a fool I was. I am grateful for these peaceful days. But such contentment lies only in the here and now. Why must life be so confounding?
Indeed.
Thank you for lending an ear to my ramblings. Here, take these. I've no use for them. Go along and resume your journey. Farewell. I will retire to my silence.
So let me see if I can get a better view of him real quick. Got binoculars here. Yep, hang on. There we go. Yep, there he is. Vengarl. And he just gave us his helmet. Which I'm not planning on wearing, but yeah, that's what it looks like there. Hang on. Helmet worn by the ferocious Vengarl of Feroza. As Vengarl's helmet suggests, he was not unlike a mad beast on the battlefield. Could possibly be a reference to Guts of the Berserk manga. But it should be noted his name, Vengarl, is most definitely a reference to Demon Souls, if you ever played it. One of the characters in that game, Garl Vinland. Garl Vinland, Vengarl. Yeah. Silver Proud Knight, Human Effigy. And when you're going through this area, pretty much just hug the wall and you'll get to where you ultimately need to go. But there is a lot to explore here. I mean, not a lot as in like Blighttown or whatever, but there's a good bit of stuff. Just always keep a shield up because of those guys. You cannot lock onto them. I'm pretty sure they'll backstab you. Try attacking and then Visions of Curse. Yeah, I'm just gonna avoid that then. Let's see, I want to say there's a Chloranthy ring plus 2 in this area. Alright, up here, this kind of goes into the next area of the Shaded Woods. I want to get a couple of things first. One of those creepy trees. This reminds me of like the Lost Woods from various Legend of Zelda games. The graphics and textures of this particular area, not all that good, but I don't mind them too much. Try and get this chest here. Fairly certain it's not a mimic, but it might be being guarded by... Oh, yep, there we go. Kind of figured that would happen. There we go, Chloranthy ring plus 1. So I can swap that out from the Chloranthy ring. There we go. Man, it is... I really haven't been able to play many video games during this whole last month with, you know, packing, searching for a new job, and just everything we had going on, so basically expect me to suck. What? No. No. Face the wrath of my club. What ring was this, or what item is this? The old sun ring. Okay, I thought that's what that was, but I wasn't sure. That's pretty much the main items you get from this area, but there is some more stuff. I'm going to see if I can find any of it by just blindly kind of waddling about here. I'm going to clear my throat a lot. I think it's pollen. Thankfully, I'm not scared of it being COVID-19 again. They say it's possible you could get a milder version of COVID-19, but I mean, I'm not too worried about that. Generally, the way viruses and your immune system work is you make the antibodies, and you're good to go from that point onward. Boy's talisman. Nice. But I'm thinking, it's probably all this humidity. It's been really rainy here in Mississippi, with a lot of pollen, obviously, and dust and everything. You know, it's the South. The South is really good at stirring up allergies. Where are you at? Where are you at, man? Ow. Ah. Yeah, they use like daggers or knives or something so they can hit you really quickly. Ow, don't kill me. But Mississippi is pretty cool so far. It's not terribly different from northeast Louisiana. Or northwest, north anything Louisiana for that matter. It's different enough, but it still feels like home. And that's pretty cool. One thing that's awesome is in the nearby city of Ridgeland, found a delicious Japanese restaurant that makes ramen. And where I'm from, it's hard to come by a decent bowl of ramen. And I found some, and it was delicious. So there's several different Asian restaurants in this place that I want to try. Like Thai, Chinese, all the good stuff. But it looks like Jackson's going to have a pretty good food scene, and I'm all into that. A little bit of a foodie. Alright, so this is the next area of the Shaded Woods. You get out of that area there with all the fog and whatnot. You might have heard that it was kind of difficult to hear. It was subtle, but a little bit of a laugh. Whenever you hear that sound effect, that creepy giggling or whatever, it's a curse pot, which I think we came in contact with some of those in Huntsman's Copse, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, there's one. Can I break it with a regular wooden bolt? No, can't. Okay. It's all good. For this area, it's good to have a lot of fragrant branches of yore. There's a lot of statues that get in your way of all kinds of things, and there's even one, I think it's down there somewhere. Yeah, that statue. There's that creepy laughter. Use a fragrant branch of yore on that one. He'll drop a key that you need for a certain NPC. But I think for this episode, I'm pretty much going to explore this area. Aside from those guys and the those assassin things. Another new enemy here. I'm gonna get cursed, aren't I? Ow. Well, shucks. There's a lot of these things. Jeez. I don't like that one bit. Okay. Look. Could you not? You mess with the bull, you get the bonks. They don't exactly have horns. What do we have here? Soul of a brave warrior and a pharaoh's lockstone. Always useful. Yeah, thankfully getting cursed in this game, I mean, it literally just increases your hollowing a little bit. It's not a huge deal. Not at all like it was in Dark Souls 1. And that's an NPC, and actually I don't think I can talk to him, can I? You need a special ring to be able to communicate with him. That is sold by, what's her name, Xiaoqua or whatever, the cat. I don't think I have it, do I? Well, I just have to go make a special trip back to Majula and get that. For however many souls it is. Ooh, come here, you. Fail? Much? There we go. Get some upgrade materials. Let's see. If I'm not mistaken, is this a Black Knight halberd? I think it is. No, I'm wrong. Dark Scythe. Why was I thinking that was a Black Knight halberd? I don't know. So let's see. Don't attack him. If you don't want to aggro this guy. Hang on. Yeah, does he remind you of anybody from Dark Souls 1? Give you a little bit to think about that. Okay. Yeah, there's this guy, and I want to say that Vengarl's body is in there, I think. But I believe there's another way to get to him. How many fragrant branches of yore do I have? For one thing. Go to the bottom. Oh, wonderful, I have none. That's hilarious. Okay, whatever. I'll come across some eventually and probably have to come back to this area to get everything, but no biggie. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, not much going on in this area. This isn't one of my favorites in the game. Like, so far we've had No Man's Wharf, which was pretty awesome. We've had Huntsman's Copse. I really like that one. What? I was fighting the Executioner's Chariot. What? Let's see. Yeah, honestly, I could run straight to the boss. Like, you don't have to explore this area, like, at all, really. But there's some pretty cool stuff you can get if you do. And you're, like, totally in front of a chest here. How convenient. In Vanilla Dark Souls 2, in this area, there was a giant basilisk, which I've called like a death frog or whatever in a previous video. Okay, there's one of the new enemies, the lion warriors or whatever. What's up, dude? Can I backstab you? Maybe. No need. You drop anything? No? Okay. The Lion Mage set is in here somewhere. I can't remember where, though. Whoops. Okay, I wondered if he aggroed, or if he was just going to stare at that statue. Oh, hang on. Their attacks curse you. Very nice. Oh, a Lion Great Axe. That is a random drop. I don't believe he normally drops that. So, awesome. Let's see what we got going on here. 30 strength requirement, 8 dex, quality scaling. The finely crafted blade cuts smoothly, evidence that the lion clansmen are much more than vulgar beasts. You vulgar beast. Or maybe it means vulgar as in, like, crude humor. Yuck, yuck. Alright, let's see. Oh, there's another one. Yellow. Wearing my headset, I can, like, hear them making much funnier sounds than I originally thought they did. What did you drop? Lion Warrior Cuffs. I don't think they do anything in particular. Where are they at? Reduces falling damage. Huh. Yeah, sure, why not? That looks stupid, but I mean, it's very useful. Oh, that's a, yeah. That will make you fall down into a pit, and I'm, like, just getting all kinds of cursed. Do I have any... Why did I not see you? See, I thought that was just one of the phantoms you see running around. It's like a player in another world or something, but... Yeah. That's how that enemy can be a little confusing. Stop it. Do I have any throwing knives? It's been so long. There we go. I wonder if I can free aim it. There we go. Alright, I think you can make this fall if you just kind of... Yeah, there we go. See, that goes down into where you're going to need the key that you have to use a fragrant branch of yore to get. And there's a lot of basilisks down there, as well as corrosive acid pits. Quite nasty. Okay, I know that you're, like, gonna be a pain in my butt. There we go. Oh, you too, huh? Hey, don't take advantage of my not having any poise. Well, shucks. See about using good heal. There we go. That's all starting to come back a little bit. Has been a while though. The only game I've been playing at all lately has been like Animal Crossing, which is an excellent game, make no mistake, but doesn't require much manual dexterity for the most part. No, don't cuss me. Well, there we go. Alright. One thing that sucks about dying is you get sent back to the bonfire, yeah, but all of those cursed jars or pots or faces, whatever, they come back. Which is lame. Let's see, I'm fairly certain this isn't a mimic. What do we got here? Titanite chunk and a petrified dragon bone. I'll take it. What else we got around here? Got some towers I can climb. Got some more cursed pots. Get out of here. What else? Oops. Bully. Oh. There you are. Get out of here. And I want to say... Yeah. I can't get to that yet. That kind of really sucks. But I want to say that that is the Lion Mage set. And I do want to get that. Because for the most... I believe if one or all of the pieces of that set will increase your casting speed. And I would definitely like that. Where are you at, you flirtatious vagabond? Ow. You sneaky little skank. You can go get back on the skank wagon for all I care, and I thought that was another one, but that is... Pretty sure that's some player in another world. I hope he doesn't invade me. Oh! Look who it is. He used to be in a different spot in Vanilla Dark Souls. Let's talk to him.
Just wait, you dirty rat. I remember you.
You do?
Don't you scare me like that. I thought you were him. That bastard with the ring lives in Brightstone Cove down the way. I'm gonna find him and settle the score. Nobody insults me like that. For the good of the world and for my own honour. I won't let that bastard live another day. good. Oh,
Yeah. That's going to lead to some interesting events coming up. A little skeptic spice and a soul of a poor schmuck. I'm not sure what that said. Alrighty, well, down we go. Unfortunately, there's not much else to this area I can really explore without first using those fragrant branches. Which kind of sucks because there's a lot to this area. And I need, like, at least 3 or 4 of them. I feel like I should have more than what I've got. But I don't know where any of them would be. No, sir, I don't like it. Well, I guess for the time being, I'm just going to explore what I can. And then try and find some fragrant branches of yours somewhere. And then explore the rest of the area. I don't know what's in that chest, and it's bothering me that I don't know. Well, let's head over here. I am going to go ahead and go down into this pit. But I'm going to go down a different way than that big main drop off there. Let's see, right here. There's one. Okay. And I think there's some others. Maybe not. We're just going to use this one anyway. Alright, down we go. Alright, and I can't remember if I've run into this guy yet in the playthrough or not. I don't think I have. I think this is the first time.
Ah, look how far this undead has wandered. And a very fit undead you are. A bit too alive, but with a darkish shadow. Yet still unprepared for a deeper dark. And like every undead, you have no future. Oh my, don't mind me. I'm just talking amongst myself. But if you find a need for a truer dark, then meet again. We shall. The dark is still nascent within you. May the dark shine your way.
Yeah, he leads into a covenant, which basically leads you into an optional boss fight. Which I've never actually done before. Doing it for this playthrough is going to be a first. And we got Homing Soul Mass right there. You can drop down here, and you can get out of this tunnel through that hole. But I actually want to explore a little more and not get my equipment wrecked. Get out of here. There we go. What do they drop? Poison stones? Interesting. You can make yourself a poison weapon. They don't drop any Eyes of Death in this game because there is no Gravelord Covenant. Whoa. Hello there. Ow. Some Twinkling Titanite. Always useful. And let's see. Get rid of you. Yeah. The key is for this door here. Now, unfortunately, you can't break it open, so just gonna have to come back. Yeah. Breaking all my equipment, going inside that melted butter. There we go. That's the guy I have to use the branch on. Well. Slap my head and call me an acorn. I don't know. What's down here? Anything? Nothing? No. Not even much to see down there. It's like a river, maybe? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. Alright, so one thing I can do, I can get that ring from Majula and talk to that scorpion man we saw. So I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick. Alright. We got that ring. The Ring of Whispers can hear the voices of foes. Ring born by Roy the Explorer. Hear the inner voices of surrounding foes. Useful for locating hidden enemies, and perhaps for a few other things as well. That last line there, that's your hint. Because otherwise the ring doesn't sound that useful, like, oh, I can hear enemies, oh, big deal. But nope, you put that on and...
Human, are we? This is no place for you. Be gone. Are you not afraid of me?
Nah.
Humans rarely come here. Those who do turn back when they see me, or make an attempt on my life. But you are different. We once had a master. He created us long, long ago. But he was born with a fatal flaw. He resented those who had what he lacked and became fully mired in hatred. Eventually, he drove himself mad. It was at the peak of this madness that he conjured up we strange creatures. Our master was a tragically lonely soul. Eventually, his solitude eroded his very reason. In the end, he never understood what it was that he truly lacked. Nobody knows when we were born, or where our master has gone. The only ones who even speak a human tongue are myself and my better half. I wish to ask a favor of you. I want you to kill my betrothed.
What?
Once, I always found her at my side. But as time went on, things went awry. She became violent, raging uncontrollably. Eventually, she came after me. And we have been locked in combat ever since.
Have you tried counseling?
We seem to be at a standstill. The wounds we exchange are never lethal. I was born of my master's madness. Perhaps this is some curse. I will be sure to assist you in return. The past is a distant fog. My name was Tark. That is all that I remember.
His name is Tark. Does that kind of sound familiar? Tarkus, maybe? I don't know. Not sure if he's supposed to be... If they're trying to insinuate that he's Black Iron Tarkus and Seath found him and changed him into this. Yeah, because, I mean, that's totally... That was insinuating about, like, Seath the Scaleless. Yeah, I think it was. Or his name could just be a little nod to Black Iron Tarkus. Who knows?
The past is a distant... My name was Tark.
Yeah. So basically you can summon him for the boss here, his betrothed, which is another scorpion person thing. And let's see. I might have just enough time to go ahead and squeeze this into this recording, so yeah, we'll go ahead and go for it. Old Tark, though, even though he is a huge scorpion guy, he's next to useless, unfortunately. The boss pretty much always kills him very quickly. But for the sake of just showing it, I'll go ahead and summon him. I'm fairly confident I can still kill this boss pretty easily. Yeah, I think if I just avoid these guys, I don't have to fight any of them. Let's see, it's this way, I think. Yeah, here we go. Alright. I should have attuned Great Resonant Soul for the boss fight, but oh well. If you see me sticking around the camera more than usual, my right stick appears to be kind of stuck and sluggish in a particular spot. I'm going to have to take apart my controller and see if I can clean it or something. I don't know what got on it or what, but I don't like how it feels right now. Go ahead and use that human effigy. And pop a life gem. And go ahead and let's put on my good soul gems there. I'm not sure what this boss is weak to. Inflict more damage, receive less. I'm gonna save that for like an actual really hard boss. Excuse me. I don't know. I'm just gonna go in with regular attack, I think. So here he is, Man Scorpion Tark. It's got like this huge halberd looking thing, which looks really cool. Why couldn't you be better than what you are? I'm not sure if he gives you anything for living through this or not, or maybe he just simply gives you something for beating the boss. But anyway. With the soul spears and everything. Yeah, so kind of what you want in this fight is for Tark to kind of get her attention. This boss look familiar at all? It's basically Quelaag 2.0. I might be able to kill her quickly enough before she kills Mr. Man Scorpion here. Pop a life gem. She's going down quicker than I remember her going. She hasn't even shown any of her strongest attacks yet, even though that literally almost killed me. Okay, when she burrows underground, two different things you can do. You can stand around in the sand and get hit, or you can stand on this stone to where she can't burst up through the ground and hit you. That item over there in that tree, you have to get her to burst up under it in order to get it, but literally all it is a flame butterfly. Not worth it. So yeah, she didn't even start volleying her magic or anything. That went really well, thankfully. So we've got Scorpioness Nachka Soul. Let's have a look at that, shall we? Scorpioness. Acquire numerous souls, or perhaps... Hang on. Nachka was born of the misdeeds of an ancient being, a frail soul from the beginning that soon succumbed to madness. Seath, most likely. Use the special soul of Scorpion Nachka, blah 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 blah. You can make stuff with it. Alright. So having done that... is there a bonfire right here? I think there might be. I'm trying to remember exactly where this leads out to. I know it's oh, this is going to lead out to the doors of Pharos, I think. Pharos, whatever it is. Yeah, here we go. Alright, yeah. Very cool. I'm going to get to this bonfire, do my send-off, and then I'm going to go see if Tark will give us any more dialogue. Yeah, I just casually ran by that Mastodon right there. I want to say we've seen one earlier in the playthrough. Maybe not. You can access one earlier in the area leading up to No Man's Wharf, but... Ooh, you know what? I still have this thing active. Oh well, whatever. Anyhow, thank you all so much for watching. I will see you soon with more Dark Souls 2 Scholar of the First Sin. And until then, y'all take care.
have defeated my better half. This is my thanks. Take it. I have no gods to pray to. But still I pray that your journey will be safe. I have no god, but